Welcome to another episode of the Love and Reality Podcast. I am your host, Ricky Valero. On today's episode, we are going to dive into episode 5 of Squid Game, The Challenge. We left off with a heck of a cliffhanger in episode 4. And folks, I can promise you at the end of episode 5, we are left with another intense, crazy cliffhanger. Before we dive into this week's episode, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, do all those good things that you're supposed to do here on the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. One thing I would like to ask you guys, would you guys be interested in potentially any Love in Reality merch? Something I've been conjuring up, possibly coming up to the table. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Without further ado, let's jump right into episode 5. We left off with us finding out we had 5 competitors and 6 Jack-in-the-Box style boxes. Each box contains a surprise. Your box will either have an ability to eliminate somebody, advantage in the next game, or immediate elimination. Okay, so we had 229, 183, 375, 87, and 130 all at the table, ready to spin open. Our Jack in the Box is 183 is up first, and he opens his box, and it says he must pick 2 players, not 1, but 2 players to be eliminated from the competition. 183 speaks up and says the first person, someone he hasn't spoke to since being in the house. Again, reminder, whenever I talked about this earlier on episode 4, I said you want to make sure that you touch base with everybody. You arrive at the party, conversate with everybody, but you don't want to be too noticeable. You know what I mean? This person apparently did not make the effort to talk to Mr. 183, and he picks number 26. Now, the second person that he picks, this stirs up a little bit of drama. Second person that he picks is, he said, someone that is spreading bad information across the board. He says he will not allow it anymore. It is 141. 141. If you guys recall, 141 has been stirring up the pot, especially since he lied to 179's face, saying that he didn't vote for it, even though he did. This comes back. We like to call that karma in the reality TV world and in the real world, but 141 is a goner. However, he says on the way out the door, nothing he said is a lie, and says 183, 182, 179, 176 are an alliance, and walks out the door. Now, my question is this. If you're listening to this, I believe that we're on the same page here. Every time we have seen somebody get eliminated on this show, they haven't said a word. They just kind of walked out the door. Maybe a little bit of an emotional embrace. I miss you, blah, 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 blah. However, in this instance, he got to speak a lot of words, not very nice words, on the way out the door, which was very, very interesting. 375 is next to open the box. You notice the moment he's reeling his box open, it pops open. You see the look on his face of devastation because he has been eliminated. He got the box that just pack your bags and get out the door. 375 is gone. This is literally the best. I love this show so much. I love the anticipation here. I love the drama that it's building up. It's so good. 87 is up. He has to pick 1 player to eliminate it. He said he will pick, said the person he will pick is a threat to their team and eliminates 176. One of those people in that magical team there that 141 announced on the way out, a bombshell, splitting this alliance up. That to me was one of the craziest eliminations we've had so far, just naming the people. Let's see here. 130 is up. He spins open the box and he gets the advantage in the next game. Okay, 229 on the verge of practically collapsing, in front of our sight. And it's just crazy to me to watch them kind of this. Sorry, here. There we go. It's crazy to watch them kind of unfold in front of our eyes because people have been jockeying for position here, right? And 229 is on the stage. He was hyped and amped and ready to be part of this experiment of jumping in front of the leaderboard and be like this. And now she's on the verge of tears. It's pretty crazy. I get it, but you chose to be on the stage. Get a grip. 278 says to the camera, the same damn thing. Like 278 has said the exact same. I literally wrote down in my notes. I mean, I get why you're upset, but you chose to be on the stage. Like, get a grip. She opens it and flips it out, and she has to pick not one, not two, but three people to eliminate. Let me explain something to you guys. I have seen and read a lot of hate on what 229 did in this competition. She picks right out the gate and eliminates 130, the person she was just on that stage with just a few moments ago. Why? Because he had an advantage in the next competition. That's it. Incredible. One of the most crafted, most well-crafted moves in the history of reality TV. She says, nah, fam, you out the door. Next person she eliminates is 243. Mr. Mullet is out the door. 243 is shocked because he said he tried to stay out of the spotlight, but 229 has been watching everybody. She's been watching everyone like a hawk. Last person she eliminates is 232, which is 243's right-hand man, and the old guy. Everyone is sad, but bye. I will say this. I do think 229 put a target on her back, but it doesn't matter. I love what she did here. A huge fan of what she did here. I will say this. My biggest issue, I think, that I've had with the show so far, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. If you do, comment. If you don't, say I'm an idiot. It doesn't matter. Is you try to connect to some of the characters, but you don't know how long they're going to last. It makes the game funner to watch because it's hard to attach yourself. But so you're kind of stuck not caring about some of these people as the show progresses, because you have these intertwining videos where they like show these individuals talking about their life, their loves, their this, their that, their children. And you're like, all right, cool. I'm going to, I want to embrace this person. I want to root for this person. But then next thing you know, boom, they're gone. You know what I mean? That was intense. The announcer asked for 5 people to volunteer to partake in a chore. If they complete the chore, they will get a reward for the entire team. So 5 people volunteered. Their chore is to squeeze oranges till they fill up the jars in 30 minutes. If they wouldn't do it, they win a treat for the whole entire squad. The time for the chore is over. They do their magic. They squeeze the jars. They squeeze the oranges into the jars. The announcer tells them to return to the door. They will announce if they complete it later. Completed it whether or not later on in the show. I will say this: my favorite, my other, like I was talking about the one part of not liking the show for not having that rooting ability, but then on the flip side, what I love is like we've watched 4.5 episodes of this show. And just some random person pops up on the screen and they're like a number. I haven't seen this person one time. Like, who are you and where did you come from? It's crazy. And it's crazy because it's not like there's still 400 people left. There isn't. There's 70. So it's like, oh my God, like, what does that look like? Where have you been my entire life? Like this entire 4 episodes? I have no clue. Here comes the Squid Game dudes out of the dorm. They announce that the chore was successfully completed, and as a reward, the whole entire dorm will receive a treat. The treat is a picnic. They must choose who to picnic with, and they line up. Each group gets a blanket to picnic on, and they get to eat a bunch of picnic-style food. However, the mother and son duo search through the picnic basket and find something in it. Another duo does the same. Other people start to find out and begin to worry about what is going to happen. Everyone thinks they will have to go head-to-head and play each other with the other person going home. The lone person that didn't get a partner didn't get any marbles. Everyone is freaking out. The Squid Game crew comes out and says everyone to please stand and follow the staff as the next game is marbles. Each individual will go head-to-head against their picnic partner with only the person that wins returning. How incredibly insane is that? You pick the person that you want to picnic on because you were having fun. And think about this: 301, 302, mother-son combo merged together. This is insane. Talk about another cliffhanger. Like mind blown, right? You know what I mean? Like, what a end of an episode. That is great. Like, not only the end of an episode, we don't get another batch. Now, obviously, this is releasing upon the release of the next batch, but still crazy to think that a lot of us watch these first 5 episodes And then this is the cliffhanger. I was completely blown away by this. I'm excited by this. But think about this. We have, I think it's 67 or something people left after the elimination. I couldn't remember the exact number here off the top of my head, but there is an odd number left. So it was like 67, I think. So like even number 33, you have 3 groups of 11, I think it was, and then 1 extra person. I could be wrong. It could be 31. I don't know what it is. But after this, we're cutting the entire group in half in the next episode as we dive into episode 6, 7, and 8, and the 9, and then of course the finale, number 10. So heading into potentially at the end of episode 6, heading into episode 7, we're only going to have like 30 people remaining for this $4.56 million prize. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Love and Reality Podcast. I'm having a blast with the Squid Game. I hope you guys are as well. Love to hear your comments, questions, concerns. If you want to follow me on all my social media apps at Ricky Valera _, you can find that on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Come holler at me, come follow me, come yell at me, come do everything. Let's have fun together. Let's do this together as a process. Like I said, we will be back in a couple days discussing everything that happened in episode 6 of the Squid Game, The Challenge.